If you guys clicked on this video, that means that you are trying to win more games in this Gridiron Showdown house rules event, or just trying to go a complete 6-0. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks on how you can go 6-0 a lot easier. So, step number one, it's going to be all about your team. Now, you guys do not need to have a God squad. Now, when I say that, I'm about to show you a God squad. Weird flex, but okay. Okay, so I have some golden tickets. I've got a lot of Team Surge 99 overalls. I got the best quarterback in the game, Drake May. I understand. It can definitely be challenging playing this game mode and assuming that you need to have players like this, but you genuinely do not. A lot of the prices have come down on some of the really good cards in the game that might not necessarily get A-tier abilities, but cards that are absolutely good enough to be able to get you guys these 6-0 runs. The next thing when it comes to team construction is all going to be about how you lay out your abilities. So on your quarterback, regardless of who your quarterback is, if it's this Drake May, obviously you get an extra few abilities. You could go out and get what I would recommend to everybody right now. If you do not have the coins to go buy Drake May, go out here and buy this 92 overall Trevor Lawrence Theme Team Surge card. He was like 20K. He might be down to 15K now, and upgrade him with Surge. It's going to cost you maybe total about 400K maybe to upgrade him all the way. And he's going to be the second or third best quarterback in Madden 25 right now. And it's only 400K. I would absolutely do that and recommend that for you guys. But when it comes to your team, the most important thing in this game, it doesn't matter if you had all 99 overalls. If they do not have good abilities, you are just not going to be able to get it done. So what abilities do you need, you might ask? So on your quarterback is where you should spend the most of your AP all the time. So currently, like I said, you do not need to have a quarterback like Drake May that gets baked on dots, bazooka, angry runs. What I would recommend you guys have on a quarterback, it's going to be these few abilities, only the ones that I tell you, okay? So just ignore the other ones that are on this Drake May. I'm only going to tell you the ones you need. You need gift wrap. I would recommend that absolutely. Gunslinger, you need that. Master Tactician, you need that. You could get Pass Lead Elite. It is not necessary. It is not necessary at all. But if you would like Pass Lead Elite, you can get it. Truz, you do not need Truz. You can still slide with your quarterback. You can still get out of bounds. I have Escape Artist on, but that is not necessary. What you need, like I said, is Gunslinger, Gift Wrapped, Master Tactician, and then you need some form of an accuracy ability. Some people like dashing. Some people like run and gun. Some people like, not set feet lead, my apologies. Some people like pocket Deadeye right here. It just kind of depends on how you play within your scheme, but you're going to want some kind of pass accuracy scheme, because a lot of the schemes right now in Madden are rollout, so you could get roaming Deadeye, you could get run and gun. There's many quarterbacks that get those abilities, and like I said, Trevor Lawrence right now has run and gun on him, I believe, and it's going to be a very low AP cost, and he's going to be, like I said, bare minimum, the fifth best quarterback in the game, and he's only 400K. Next, you are going to need players that are tall. Now, you could get short players. You could use short players. What I would recommend is get the cheapest players that are 6'4" or taller. The reason why I recommend this is because that means they get the really glitchy spin move. I'm sure if you guys have played online, you know what I'm talking about, but it is absolutely vital in this game to be able to get away and make separation from your opponents when they are on defense. Running backs, you do not need to have a crazy running back like me. I have one of the most expensive running backs in the game. What I would recommend on your running back, have tank, have angry runs. You can get those abilities for cheap on players. You can get this Derrick Henry right here. He costed me, I believe, under 200K or just around 200K, and he gets tank and angry runs on him, and it's going to cost a total of 2 AP. Absolutely worth it, just even running that Derrick Henry. Receivers, again, you see I have 2 Theme Team Surge players. All that cost me was Theme Team Surge currency to upgrade them. They were not expensive at all. Johnny Wilson, obviously, is going to cost some coins, but you could even run this Calvin Johnson, DK Metcalf, and JC Latham combination for fairly cheap. If you guys would like to know more budget players, comment down below in the comments, and I will let you guys know the best budget players in the game. But onto the defensive side of team construction, it all comes down to what defense you're running. The best defense in the game that I could recommend for anybody, especially if you're like low on coins and you have just a base team, is going to be the playbook. Houston Texans playbook. The reason why, and you can find this formation in other playbooks, is going to be 4-3 even 6-1. Now, I will go ahead, hop into the practice mode and show you guys what I'm talking about, but 4-3 even 6-1 is the best defense that you can run for having a low amount of coins. The reason why, you don't need a crazy amount of players on defense. Obviously, it's going to be 11 regardless of your formation, but you could go out there and get this theme team surge Hassan Reddick, upgrade him. You can get this Matt Milano theme team surge player, upgrade him. If you can't get them, what I would recommend is either have players that have Colossus, and if you cannot afford the Colossus players, because I get it, they can be expensive, go out there and get yourself some players that have unstoppable force, like this Amari Barno. He is still plenty good enough to play in Madden 25. And then on the outside, as far as your cornerbacks, or your DBs in general, it's going to be having some kind of KO abilities. I would recommend zone KO, so you could run medium zone KO, and you would be pretty much fine completely. But if you can't afford the guys with universal coverage, obviously that's going to be best. And another thing that a lot of people talk about is going to be avalanche to force turnovers. In this certain game mode, forcing fumbles doesn't really benefit you except for giving you the ball back. Interceptions is where it matters. So make sure you have knockouts and then pick artists to be able to get those interceptions. So let me show you guys exactly what I mean when I tell you how I would run this defense. Make sure, take a picture of this defense if you would like. It's very expensive, I understand, but you can go out and just have it set up like this and you will be plenty fine. Okay guys, now we are here in practice mode and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say how you need to set up your defense. So right here we have the formation 4-3 even 6-1. Again, it can be found in many playbooks. Right now I'm currently running the Houston Texans defense, so if you'd like to run that, you can. What you're going to want right here with your defensive lineman, you don't even necessarily need to have Colossus or need to have unstoppable force, but you can. It will definitely help with your pass rush. Then on the outside right here, your linebackers, your outside linebackers, you are going to want, if you're going to blitz these guys, the abilities don't necessarily matter, but you'll want some form of pick or lurk artist, and then a medium zone KO. That is going to be absolutely vital for how you set this defense up. And then again, you only need 4 DBs. A lot of people you'll see, they'll be running dime 3-2, they'll be running dime 1-4, where you need at least 6 DBs out there on your field. This defense, you only need 4, and the DBs are going to be more of the expensive players in the game. So you can save yourself some coins and run a very, very, very good defense out there. So what I would recommend, again, have knockouts on every single one of your DBs. Your safeties and your corners have at least mid-zone KO and pick artist on them. It doesn't matter what players you get, as long as you have those out there, you will be absolutely in perfect shape. And then for your lurking linebacker, this middle linebacker right here, you are going to want, they can be short. If they're short, you may get better pass rush animations, but you are going to want lurk artist and then mid-zone KO at the bare minimum. Again, if you can get other zone KO abilities on these guys for cheaper, I would absolutely recommend it. Or if you prefer to man up your blitzer, then you can absolutely go out there and put on a medium route KO or a short route KO, whatever floats your boat. So the defense we are going to be running right now, it's going to require doing this. Hit your R3 or your right stick, tap that in, that's going to pop up this coach adjustments menu. Auto flip defensive play call, turn that off. Turn that off. Auto alignment, put this on base. Option defense, put this on conservative. The reason why I recommend this is because a lot of fast quarterbacks are in the game now, and read options can get a little funky sometimes. And if you don't have that on conservative, your guys are always going to be going for the running back, or they'll just randomly pick and choose. I prefer just run after the quarterback. I can tackle the running back. Hook curl zones, put these on 5 yards. I will show you the 2 defensive adjustments that you have to make when you come out here. But the base play you're going to come out in is this cover 4 quarters. It's right behind me. It's going to be triangle on PlayStation, and it's going to be Y on Xbox. Flip it, so hit your right trigger, flip the play, and then come out in that formation. Now, what we'll do over here is we'll come out in a formation that you will see all the time in Madden 25 right now. That's going to be this gun doubles flex Y off close, and a lot of people are going to be coming out here and running Y sail. So we'll come out here and call this. Now, again, for your defense, this is what you need to do. You need to tap. Oh, well, of course, they just ended up going and doing whatever they wanted to, but I will show you guys exactly the adjustments you need to be making. So you need to tap left on your D-pad, and then you need to bring your left stick down. That's going to pinch it. As you can see, that says pinch. Then tap right on your D-pad and press up. That's going to spread out your linebackers. Then what I like to do, I like to hover or mug this gap right here. Then what you can do is you can tap Y or triangle on PlayStation and actually adjust your coverage to shade underneath or over top, just depending on if you think somebody may hit you over top or underneath. This way, when you come out here and we run this play, when we have it shaded underneath, we have our linebackers playing hard flats. This guy, he's only getting 5 yards at the most. And this game mode right now, this week 2, you do not need to have any, you can give up first downs without the opponent getting points. Last week, the opponent got points if they got first downs. This week, you just need to stop them from scoring touchdowns. This defense is going to give you the best chance. Cover 4 is the best overall defense in the game. It has been all year long. And this is what I would recommend you guys running. Now, if you've got somebody like how the computer is hitting these underneath routes, throwing it to Johnny Wilson, you are going to want to run a cover 2. Me personally, I still like to come out my cover 4 quarters. You would tap on your X, or not your X, your Y or your triangle on PlayStation, and then I like to show blitz. That's going to be pressing R1, so that's going to be R1 or it's going to be RB on Xbox. That's going to bring your safeties down into the box. If we go ahead and reset the play, if we push them all the way up and then we hit R1 to show blitz, again, you'll see it brings your safeties all the way down. It presses your outside line or your outside cornerbacks, and then if we go ahead and we just shade underneath, again, you'll see my guys are in hard flats out there, and then we have cover 4s out here. So if we go ahead and let the defense or the offense run this play again, you'll see again we are still getting hit with this hook curl. So the only other defense that you will need besides running a cover 4 is going to be a cover 2. Now, I do not have a cover 2 in my adjustments, so all you have to do to manually set that up, put both of your safeties in deep halves. So that's going to be up, and then pick whichever safety. Right now you can see it's triangle or X, and then up on the left stick. That's going to put each of them in a deep half. Then put your outside corners in hard flats, and then your outside linebackers in vert hooks. Now, to put the outside corners in hard flats, that's just going to be tapping triangle twice, pulling up whatever DB it is, and then hitting left on the left stick. That's going to put them in a hard flat. And then for vert hooks, it's going to be tapping 2 times on your D-pad to the right. That's going to pop up your linebackers, tap on whichever linebacker, and put them left stick down. That's going to put them in a vert hook. That ends up bringing up a cover 2 base shell. You could also come out in a Tampa 2. Me personally, I prefer to just go ahead and put that out there myself, but a lot of people, for whatever reason, are having trouble going up against cover 4. My personal opinion, I think it's because people are so used to facing cover 4 that they are really struggle against cover 2. Absolutely, they do. So again, you will see what kind of defense we get coming out of this cover 2 shell. And the next biggest thing that I can recommend, because what's completely honest about this game mode, if you score on offense very easily, which a lot of people do, the biggest thing right now in the game in this house rules mode is defense wins championships. So what else you need to learn is the biggest skill gap in Madden 25 right now, and some people would say otherwise, but it has been all year long, is going to be the switch stick. So get in here in this practice mode, come out here, run these defenses. Again, you can come out here and practice your offense, but offense, in my opinion, the reason why I don't like to give advice on how to run your offense is because it's not exactly cookie cutter for everybody. There's so many different great offenses in the game that I could just not necessarily recommend just one. In my opinion, if you had to only run one, I would come out and run like the Eagles playbook and run trips, tight end, flex, and you could probably maybe get some easy bombs off on it. But on offense, it does not matter how many plays it takes you. Just make sure that you're getting your touchdowns and then going for 2 points every single time. So if we go ahead and back out of here, we'll go in and show you guys the rules of the house rules mode, and then explain to you kind of why we said what we said on how you want to run your team and your defense more specifically. So if we get back to the main menu, we can go over to house rules, and you'll see right here, right now, currently I am 2-0. It's right behind my head, but you get there's 15-yard first downs. Again, you do not get any points for a first down, or you do not give up any points for getting a first down like you could in week 1, and then 8 points for a passing touchdown or a running touchdown. Next big tip is going to be going for 2 every single time you score a touchdown, at least on the first possession you get the ball. Why? Because then if you score a touchdown and go for 2, that's going to be 10 points. And then after that, all you need to do is score a touchdown. It could be rushing or passing, and then kick your PAT, and then you win, because it's first to 19 points and it's not win by 2. So that does not matter at all either. And then another thing about the switch stick and that defense that I just showed you is because it's the defense that can force the most interceptions in Madden, at least for base or beginner players. So the reason why I recommend running that defense, again, is because you get 3 points for an interception, which those 3 points, if you get 1 interception, that puts you way above the threshold against your opponent. You need 19 points. You could go down there and score 2 touchdowns. It doesn't matter if you get the 2 points and get an interception, and you win the game just off of that alone. So I hope this video did help you guys. Again, actually, another tip I will give you guys: if you do get an interception, right, and you're running it back there and you're running it back for a pick 6, do not get a pick 6. Go down at the 1 and do whatever you can to get in the end zone. Unless that pick 6, those 6 points, or I guess that technically 9 points, is going to give you a win, do not get your pick 6s. Do not do that. Go down at the 1-yard line so that you can get an additional 2 points for scoring a passing or a rushing touchdown. So I hope this video did help you guys. Let me know down in the comment section below if it did. I really hope it did. Let me know if you guys did enjoy, what content you would like to know more on. Again, if you guys want a more beginner breakdown of offense and defense of how you should run it at this stage in Madden 25, let me know. We're on the grind to 200 subscribers, so if you guys would subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. But it's been all for Board Dynamic, y'all, and I'm out. Peace.